Check us out on Patreon, guys, where we're giving you the entire year now for $10.08. Over 100 videos worth of content for $10.08.
8 cents is just such a slap in the face.
Like 84 cents a month, I think is what it comes out to.
I haven't seen 84 cents in 15 years.
telling
Ever since penny candy.
So check us out on Patreon, guys. Hope to see you there.
The entire year.
What's up, guys? You know what time it is. We got to get back to Tool. We always going to get back to Tool, man. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Ryan. This is George.
What's happening, guys? Shout out to the Free Thinkers, man.
Yeah, man.
Tool is always a movie on the channel, man.
We're just excited, man. I know this has been a huge request for a long time. Get the sober. But, you know, quite frankly, George, man, I don't know about, you on your personal time, man. I listen to Tool, but I constantly listen to the songs that I fucking have heard. Mm-hmm. I just cannot get enough of like Numa and Invincible and The Pot, 46 and 2. So I listen to a lot of Tool, but it's a lot of the same songs. Yeah. So I'm glad that we are doing another Tool song because it's forcing me to listen to another Tool song. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that, man. I feel you on that. And we chose Sober, man, because it was a part of the live, by the way, guys.
Yeah,
This is another song, again, we've done at this point, Metallica, which Disposable Heroes, which was a big request on the live. Black Crowes, Remedy, big request on the live. Got another one coming your way. Actually, it'll be out by then. I'm thinking of the arrangement of when we're releasing the videos. It'll be out. Polyphia, that you guys have seen. Polyphia Go is on. It's from that live as well. So we just wanted to make sure that we were touching those, man. And we rewatched the live, of course, to make sure that we were getting those requests in. Another thing that intrigued us about this one, because this wasn't the only one. I mean, I think Maynard with a dick or some shit like that was a big request. Something crazy. Was it The Grudge? There's a few other. There was a lot of them. Prison Sex is another one. So, but what intrigued us, and Prison Sex is on this album. It's number 2 on this album, actually. What intrigued us about this is that this is off of the first Tool album. You know, so this is in 1993, early 90s Tool. Yeah. First one, debut, their introduction into the world. So we were curious about it, man.
Yeah, man.
You know,
I can't wait because
to kind of, compare between,
compare and contrast. Absolutely.
All right, let's get into it, guys. Tool, Sober.
From Tool, man. I feel like that this is more like a mainstream sound to me. Like that boom 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 boom. It's almost like fucking hip hop to me. You like how I fucking hip hop that shit out? You know what I'm saying? That's what that sounds like to me.
Yeah, I got you.
It sounds like it's a groove to grab the consumer that may like a hip hop song.
Yeah.
That's how this song makes me feel.
Gotcha.
With that groove, it sounds like this.
I can hear that.
This is like something that someone that likes R&B or hip hop boom 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 boom. I can see like Questlove from the Roots or something fucking playing this shit in the background.
Yeah.
I can see them. They can really get off on that. I can see that might be a nice little fusion there. But I said this is gonna be a short pause. I'm sorry, but the bottom line is that's what this sounds like to me. It has a little bit more of a urban appeal to it for me.
Okay.
To me.
I feel like people from an urban world would like it. You know
Right,
what I'm saying? Because it's an easier listen than I think some of the other stuff. Oh, yep. Excuse me. I have my bad, guys. I have a tendency. I think people from an urban world would. It's an easier listen. Forget urban or anything else. People who are in metal rock would. I think because it's an easier listen. But this to me just sounds like Tool just hasn't gotten into their complex bag. I don't think it's them trying to be mainstream. I just think that this is where they were talent wise at this time, and then eventually their skill got better because I think Lateralis and all that. I could just see the from a technical standpoint. I feel, and maybe not. Maybe they were. Maybe the rest of the album is a technical marvel. I don't know, but I feel like they've just got better and more experience.
I agree
skill
with that.
increased.
I agree with that.
This to me still feels like it sounds a little different from some of the other stuff that I remember us doing in the early 90s, or even in the early 90s. But I just think that this is Tool just getting started, man. You know, when some bands they come out hungry,
still great though.
It's still good. It's good to me. You know what I mean? I'm a reserve judgment. This is good because Tool set the bar really fucking high. So I'm coming in this off of Numa and shit. So it's a little different, but it bangs though. All right, let's get back to it.
Just an imbecile. I will only complicate you. Trust in me and fall as well. I will find a center in you. I will chew it up and leave. I will work to elevate you, just enough to bring it down. You know that maybe what you whisper, something but the past is done.
Slowing it down.
I'm just a worthless liar. I am just an imbecile. I will only complicate you. Trust in me and fall as well. I will find a center in you. I will chew it up and leave. Trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. Why can't we? This over.
Why? He said, damn, I ain't wanted to.
Yeah, I didn't want that to end. I want that to.
wanted to
I'm
end.
spoiled with the Numas and the Numas, like it's more, but you know the Numa type songs and the Invincible type songs. I'm spoiled. I want that shit to rock out. But with all that being said, though, playlist, that shit was fire. And you know what I love about this song, man? I just love this about Tool in general, man. I just feel like Tool has their own DNA, right? You hear little things like, yep, that's Tool's MO. Like when they, the middle of that song, when it slowed down and it kind of was very slow, it's like, ting, ting, ting. It's like almost like a train stopping, so to speak. The momentum kind of dead halts, and then they kind of kick it up and bring it back. I love the way they do that. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm explaining that clearly, but I love when they do that. So I still hear elements of what makes Tool and what I love about Tool. But the songs sound different though. They don't all sound the same, you know, because a lot of artists, I don't want to say a lot, but a few artists has like a similar sound, and it's like, man, you could just and I love this band. I hate saying this because I don't want you guys to crucify me, and I love this band. You guys know I love this band, but AC/DC, to me, a lot of their songs sound the same.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but I love it though. I love that. That's a winning combination. That's a winning remedy for me.
That formula is fire.
Yeah, I will
You know
fuck with
what I'm
that all day. But one of the things, so that's not to take anything away from AC/DC, but one of the things I pride Tool on, and I really commend them on, is just they always give you elements of what makes them them, but then they infuse something that's new and different that you haven't heard them do yet. And I'm like, you know what? That's fire. And I hear this song, and I hear what you're saying as far as a level of complications. I don't know if it's very complicated, but it just sounds good, man.
It does sound good.
It sounds fucking good to me, man. And when I listen to their songs, and it wasn't always that way, guys. Go back and look at Schism. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't always that way with Tool. So with Tool, you know, as far as my opinion on them. But dude, I don't know what clicked. I mean, and I feel like the more you listen to Tool, the more you kind of start really understanding what they're doing. And I don't understand everything, but you start to pick up little things. And you're like, man, these guys are really fucking the truth.
Yeah.
They really are dope, man. So I know I'm rambling, guys, but I really like that they give you so many different looks, you know. And I'll give you a basketball analogy again, you know. I go back to MJ. MJ is which way do you want it, right? I'm gonna give you the pump fake. I can give you the first step. I get you the fade away. It's so many things I can kill you with, and that's kind of how I feel about Tool. They have so much to offer, man, and I think
Phenomenal band.
because that speaks to the newest album that they came out with, which was Numa or Fear Inoculum, excuse me. I just feel like they're getting better with age, and it speaks to their ceiling is so high. It's so high, man, and so they're just so skillful, man. So for all the Tool fans, I know you guys know all this information. This is not new to you, but for the people that are on the fence about Tool, man, really pay attention to what they're doing, man. Even if it's not your style, so to speak. It's just you got to give credit where credit's due, man. And they're just dope, man. So playlist for me. I don't know what you're gonna say, but that shit was fire for me.
You know, this is a song that isn't nearly one of my favorites from them, and I still enjoy it. It's hard for me to not at this point put a Tool song on my playlist. And this is one of those songs from them that I'm like, yeah, good song, bangs, just enough in terms of just their ability to compose and their compositions. Yeah. The part that you had spoke on, Ryan, just when the music sort of gets quiet. And they sort of build it back up, and just they have just enough in it. Maynard's voice is still very unique.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that we just heard Lateralis, and we've heard Numa, we've heard Invincible, so we heard Tool, and I just feel like, this is just my opinion, I just feel like they just got better.
Yeah.
This to me feels like very good band with, and if they even would have stayed at this level, it's still very formidable band. But I feel like, man, they really wanted to take whatever they were doing to the next level with some of the other stuff that we've heard. That's just what I feel.
I hear you. And I can respect that.
And it's really, to me, it's very apparent in the intricacies and the complication in the music. And when we say complexity, man, what I'm saying is a lot of times, man, complexity, when we've said this on the channel, does not equal what we feel is a good sounding song. But when you're a band that can be complex and still make it dope,
and be fire.
And be dope, fire, whatever you want to say, fly, whatever you want to say. when you can be a complex band and make it sound great musically and cool and innovative and all this stuff that you want, when you get to that level,
Special.
there's only but so many bands, man, that I feel
Yeah.
like pull it all off. You know, nothing is really compromised, within the complexity,
Yeah.
right? Musically, at least to us. So I thought this was a good song, man. This is gonna be playlist for me, though, man. Playlist.
Wow, okay.
It's more of a banger. Yeah.
Good shit.
They-
good.
when
I know you were fighting it.
it was teetering.
I know
It
you
was
fighting.
teetering until they got to the part of the song where it kind of it kind of got quiet and then they built it back up. I was like, yeah, there it is, because it felt very basic from what I've heard from Tool, which is still not.
It's
Basic. It's still not basic. So I was just like, yeah, but good song from them, man.
Fire,
So this is
dude.
cool. This is cool to see, and I actually think this would probably be a good introductory song for people getting into it.
Yes, I
for
believe
people
that. I
who
believe
just
that
like
too.
sort
I
of
believe
a
that.
more conventional rock
Yep.
format. Even though I don't think this was necessarily conventional, but for people who are more so into sort of a conventional, easy listening sort of rock. I think that this would be a good introductory song. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have been mad if we did this. I probably would have received this a lot better.
If that was the first
If
Tool
this
song
is
we
the
did.
first song.
Yeah,
we
I got
heard,
you.
But we came in on 46-2. And I actually think, Ryan, that because this is a bit more on the basic side for Tool, it's not a basic song, but basic for Tool, in my opinion.
Because
Could
they're
be
so
wrong.
great. Because they're so great.
Yeah, we get it. Because people hear basic. Oh, they're not basic. I know. I'm not saying that they're basic, but for Tool, I think that this would sound a lot different for people who aren't Tool fans from all the other stuff. Because I'm gonna be honest, man. Numa, 46-2, Lateralis, Schism, I think Invincible. I think every Tool song, actually all of those songs, they are different, but they do share more of that, more of the same DNA with each other than I feel like this one does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think
get
for
it.
people who are
I
not
get that.
into the long build-ups and all this other stuff, and they feel like it gets boring, if that's because I've heard that about people who don't like Tool. It kind of sounds the same. The build-up takes too long. It bores me. I think this would be more in pocket what they would like from Tool. You know what I mean? So, anyways, man, shout out to them. Playlist, as usual. Shout out to everybody that requested that one. That's it. That's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed that, please hit the like button. If you have subscribed, please subscribe. And also, guys, check out our Patreon channel if you're interested. The link for that will be in the description, along with information on our sponsors. I'm George. That's Ryan, Las Vegas.
We out.
We're out.